everybody, Jody Genealogy, and today I'm going to read another letter of Private Kutz, and we're almost to the end of that series, and then we're going to do some fun adventures and some history along the way. I can't wait, so come on along with me. We'll read this letter. There's actually 2 letters that I'm going to show you today. So I'm excited to see what happens and move on from this series. Definitely check out my channel. There's going to be a lot of lives going on. I'm going to be doing some driving lives and some history lives and some other really fun stuff. So I can't wait to do something new. Be sure to watch out for those lives coming up. And if you have a second, definitely, if you would please run my playlist, because I'm starting over with all my hours. So much fun. But I do have to get content up, so let's see what we have. Okay, so then Rosalee got a letter. Please address me as shown below until otherwise advised. And it says Private Henry Kutz, and then there's the number. And it looks like Company B. And then they just give the address. So that came next in my stack of letters. And then we have another one. This one's coming to Rosalee. It says, Dear Billy, well, honey, here it is Sunday after arithmetic hell. Is it arithmetic? It looks like arithmetic. I'm not sure if that's what it actually says. I forgot it was a holiday. I worked anyway, and I didn't even notice when it was 11 o'clock. Borhart and I took a freight train to Mali. It's a small town to see if we could get some flints for our lighters, but couldn't get any. We timed to get some Christmas cards, but didn't get any either. The only thing we got was flashlight bulbs. We rode a freight train up and there and back, and it didn't take long. Then the French people were getting ready for a parade, I guess, to the cemetery to lay a wreath on somebody's grave. Oh, that's kind of nice. The little kids all had little bushes of flowers, I guess, for the same purpose. We didn't stick around to see it, as it didn't interest us very much. So we flipped the next freight train back to Cyrene. And I'm not sure if that's the right word, Cyrene, I don't know. Our home, back in the boxcar. So he must be traveling again. It sounds like he's in France and they are living in a boxcar. Okay. I cannot imagine that would actually be very fun, right? We now have electric lights in our cars, but they're pretty damn dim. The only good thing about them, you don't have to power the oil in them. Have I thought I would be able to write you a letter at night when I get in, but I guess I still will have to do my writing by daylight. Well, honey, I haven't written to Marge Gates yet, but I guess I'll have some more time tomorrow. Well, honey, say hello to everybody. Still tomorrow, lots of love and kisses, your Private Hank. And then the bottom is so funny because I was looking for a PO, but I didn't even see it right away because it's so small. It says Sun Cigarettes, really, really big and big capital letters. That is an awesome little letter here. I love these. I wish I could find more. So this is a nice letter from Private Hank to his wife, Rosalee. Really, really precious. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little letter there. Well, I thought I'd include a little bit of boxcar history. When World War II was going on, the Americans sent boxcars, and as they traveled along their journey, and they were going into France with donations of like clothing and things for the troops in France. The citizens of the US donated a lot of items to be put in these cars as they were going through the towns. So the donations were food and supplies and things that they could use and clothing. Over 270 boxcars. That I think is just amazing. And a lot of us, probably aren't even aware of World War II history because it happened 80 years ago. So France eventually became friendlier and very supportive of the Americans, even though it wasn't so much like that in the beginning. They became more friendly with the Americans because they were there helping them defend their country, and they wanted to say thanks. And they sent 49 small 2-axle boxcars dating even way back to the 1880s, decorated with shields and symbols and coats of arms from the French provinces, and it was loaded with thousands of gifts for the American people. It was called the Mercy Train. It was a heartfelt gratitude from France. And I just think that's a great little piece of history. And still today, a lot of them exist, and I think there's only around 6 of them that are not existing anymore. A few of them were scrapped for their lumber, but most of them are in museums or in community parks. And I think that's just a really great reminder of the hardships that, America and other countries had to endure during the wars. So in these boxcars, they weren't necessarily like French treasures or anything. A lot of the civilians and the children even gathered around to fill these boxcars to say thank you to the American troops. Can you imagine giving these gifts knowing that they were going all the way back to America to say thank you for all of the things that they've done for their country? Children even placed dolls in these boxcars for the American children, and there was thousands and thousands of dolls. I just think that's really cool. You never know. You might see some of those in antique stores these days. And these cars were freshly painted to send to America, and some people were in complete poverty and had nothing to give, so they'd give a little piece of lace, and some were even known to touch the cars and just say thank you and leave their fingerprints in them. It just makes me want to cry just thinking of how thankful they were for all the sacrifices that were given. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little piece of history today, and I definitely never want to take history for granted or the people that we came from. Have an awesome day, everybody. Bye.